Vikes. It's the Vikings coming in at 3-2. Going up against the Packers, who come in at 5-0.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3 and out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front, creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Let's go.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run with Murray. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A gain of 4 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And some room to work. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Bridgewater with a keeper. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Teddy Bridgewater hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. Evades him at the 20. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway. Second down and 4. To throw is Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. The old connection, Rodgers to Nelson, getting Green Bay a first down. Rodgers now on first down. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. Here's Rodgers to throw on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. It's all day.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They go play action. Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Montravius Adams. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Well, it's not just the defensive backs that have short memories. Sometimes it's the quarterbacks. Throw an interception, especially one that's a pick six, you got to get to the sidelines quickly, shake it off, and get back out there and move your team.
And he'll bang that one through. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
You and I both know that you don't really, truly replace Adrian Peterson. But Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him. Upright with some power.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. Going deep for Diggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Cook. Spins by. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Cook following the penalty. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58. Dagger. 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 Dagger.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run. Murray. And they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Carpenter now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Here's Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They find some open field here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Montgomery. And some room to roam now. Dodges him at the 50. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
319!
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. And he's got it. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On the sneak, Rodgers. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Second and goal from the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Ripkowski. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Now he'll escape to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Bridgewater now. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
319.
Now a run with Montgomery. And an alley to run. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Lets it go for Nelson. And this is going to be incomplete. And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Murray. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently, but that doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
off the play fake. Bridgewater. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First down, Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion.
Let's go. Hey.
This is Murray. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. A second down throw for Bridgewater. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Bridgewater finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here.
Be ready. Way 90. Way 90.
And again, it's Bridgewater. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a gain of 5. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. So the offense has it first and 10. Here's Murray. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
To throw is Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Let's go.
Here's Bridgewater. And down he goes pressure gets him back at the 14. Nick Perry in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On second down, Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They run. Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd inches. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Rodgers hands to Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are back within a score. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Bring it. 315. 318. Quick, guys.
The play clock's running down.
Tighten up. Tighten up. Over here.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Crosby on now to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run again on first down. Cook, room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go. Blue, we got three. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. On the carry, it's Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run here. It's Murray. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Let's go. Wide Eddie. Wide Eddie.
Bridgewater to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nick Perry in The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Everson Griffin in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll look to throw. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice in the Major League Baseball.